What's up everybody, I'm Brian from I1Tesla. Welcome back to the channel where I like to take my Tesla apart and put it back together. And in that process, hopefully make it a little bit better. As we're driving here, you can see, oh, I almost hit a mailbox. Today we're gonna be doing that with a heads-up display in my Tesla Model Y, courtesy of Hansshow. Hansshow sent me out one of their heads-up display units. They sent me out the first version, and we had some issues with it going into the Model Y because the wiring is a little different. Now in the box you'll get two ways of hooking it up. The old way, if you have an older car, you have to tap into some wires in the footwell. It just didn't work out because this is a newer vehicle. Now what everyone will be getting, a different harness that hooks to the back of the center console, plug and play, really easy, and then this wires up to the front. It's very, very easy. And then what will happen is this screen will put the image onto the face here, and this will sit in front of you. Now this is clear, so you can see through it. You'll be able to see the images right on here. But what you'll see on that screen is your speed, your battery percentage, what gear you're in. Well, gear, but I mean drive, park, reverse, whatever. That part isn't really necessary, but also it'll show your turn signals, it will show if you're charging, and it'll also show your power curve back and forth. So again, installation is going to be very easy. I'm gonna do my best to show you what you can expect, and then I'm also gonna show you what I like about it and what I don't like about it. So this is going to be in a 2020 Tesla Model Y. And first thing, we start with the wiring harness, and in the back seat, weirdly enough, we start in the back seat. So we're in the back seat here. This is the center console. I've taken the time to move the seats forward just so there's more room back here so you can see, but I haven't taken the time to vacuum, but that's okay. And what we're taking off is this panel here. I brought a pry tool. It is just held on with clips, comes off really easily. You can see the 5 clips around. And this is the harness we're going to be connecting to. Well, we don't need a pry tool or anything, we just push on that, and this unclips. That is the OBD2 port in the Tesla. And then what we're gonna do is take the included harness and connect everything back up. You can only go one way. And there we go. We're just gonna kind of jam the wires here. Then we're going to take the rest of this cable and we're going to run it up the side of the center console up to the front of the car. Then we take this with the pin on the top and we just close this back up. There we go. We're all set. That's really clean and easy. And if you notice, I still haven't hidden the massaging seat for the passenger side. This works amazingly. I went up to Ohio, I drove 1,000 miles to go pick my daughter up with these seats included. Hit it about 10 times on the way. Oh, made the trip wonderful. Still need to finish the install on that. So inside the car, this is supposed to go right around here. We have the wires here that we're going to run up the side over to here and come up around. That's how they recommend it. Now I'm going to sit and think about how to install this, how I would install this before I actually do that. But before I do that, I'm going to plug this in to make sure it works. I'm sure you're curious. And yes, it does work. If you flip it around, you can see it's on the screen there. Or you can see it come from that screen reversed onto here. And you can see that it's 51% battery. 51% battery on the screen and also on the heads-up display, and it shows that we're in park. Now if I put my foot on the brake, even though we're in park, it still shows up 0. And then let's shift down. Now it sees the car in front of me, so I really can't go anywhere. Now my doors are open, so it's not going to allow me to go anywhere. So after some fiddling around, I haven't run the wires yet, but you can see the camera's right in front of my face. I can see where we're going, obviously. I can see the road ahead, and I can see how fast I'm going right below that. I don't have to move over to the center display to take my eyes off of the road, and then, oh my gosh, there's a Model X in front of me. So now that we know that it works in the Model Y, we just have to run the wires to get up to the front. So like before, I told you we're going to tuck the wire underneath this thing. This panel here comes off really, really easily just by pulling on it. So we can tuck it up into here, bring it underneath this channel into here, and bring it into this groove right here. To get this off, all you need is a pry tool, and then you just yank on this. If you pull this whole thing off, then it's a little trickier to get into place. So we're not going to completely remove it. We're just going to pull it back a little bit so we can easily clip it back into place from the top and lift up. Right here is where we will bring up the wire, tie up the rest together, stuff it in here, so there's only just enough wire to go up there. You're probably asking yourself, how does this thing stay in place? What if I have a performance Model Y and I floor it? Does this thing end up in my lap? No, that's where this comes from. It's not an eye patch. It's a soft silicone piece that sits on your dash, that sticks to your dash, but doesn't leave any residue. The HUD sits on top of this and it won't move. But we're going to test that because guess what? I do have a performance Model Y and we're going to launch it. So what I recommend right now is to run the wire all the way to here, place the HUD where you want it up there, and then figure out the wires that you have left and tie them into here. And then you're done. I'm trying to hold the camera right where my face is so you can see what you can see while you're driving. It's really nice that you can see the road still and see your speedometer or see how fast you're going. I can see how this is very useful, and I can see how some people might not like this as well because it is on the dash and it is something that's there, and that's what you're going to see while you're driving. Your head's not going to be shaking as much as my camera is. Alright, well, the next thing to do is to try to hold the camera as still as possible and launch the car. See if it falls off. Ready? No problem. It stays in place. Didn't even move at all. No, not a twinge at all. It just stayed right there. Guess what else stayed? My iPad mini stayed in place as well. So I think this is a very cool product for a lot of people. If you're looking for a heads-up display, yes, there was a lot of controversy before when the Model 3 was coming out. Should it have a heads-up display because of the one screen in the middle? A lot of people got used to it, but some people never did. One nice thing is I'm kind of leaned over to the side right now. You don't have to be directly in front of this thing. I can still see my speed way over here and all the way over here. So it's a very good viewing angle, I think, because of the curved display. Might be hard for you to see. Of course, the turn signals do work on the screen as well. So in conclusion, my experience driving around with it is actually pretty nice. It's a very nice unit. The right eye level, I think. It auto dims, which is really nice. So at nighttime, it's going to be a little different than during the daytime. So it gets even brighter during the day. And then it's not blinding at nighttime. So I do see some really good benefits to it. If you're one of those people and you are excited about a heads-up display, there's a link down below for you to place your order from Hansshow. Hansshow right there. They're a great sponsor of the channel. But also with them, I do have a 10% off discount that you guys can use. Links for everything is down below. This unit is not super cheap, but there's some great features that it does for you. So click the link and order yours today. Well, again, I want to thank you for watching. Subscribe to my channel and stay awesome, stay positive, and I'll catch you on the next one. Should have used the joke heads up. Hey, heads up. This is just a heads up. I got a little product for you. Whatever. I'll see you.